But Dina, you bring up an important issue, right? Which there are a lot of stories out there. Never mind political bias. There's just lack of process, a need, a cause. Why does everything seem to be just an outrage factory these days, specifically tailored for left or right wing audiences? And everything seems to have a political bent. But as you've mentioned,
Right.
stories are stories. They don't really have politics.
Well, they have politics in the sense that they impact people's lives, and so you're going to be making a decision one way or another with regard to the issue, but you don't have to approach the telling of that story from a political angle, right? You have to approach it, I think, and the way I've done it, from a human angle. This is affecting all humans. It doesn't matter if fracking is happening next to somebody who's Republican or next to somebody who's Democrat. It is still happening, and you need to make your own political decision about what that means for you. The reason why I think there's so much outrage at this point is because that is what's driving social media. That is what's driving the online news forums. And so people are, this has been talked about endlessly, clickbait, right? So you're looking at a headline, it's meant to be outrageous. Some people who are into that outrage will click on it, and so they'll get advertising eyes on it, and that's what drives that particular form of news. But to me, there's an ever greater divide between what we're calling news and what we're calling journalism. Those two words used to be synonymous, they used to be interchangeable, and I think that's becoming less the case because of what you're saying, because of these outrage headlines that are meant to just make people click on it, and it doesn't matter what the outcome really is. It's just meant to generate anger, and that's what it's doing on both sides of the aisle.
Does it ever just kind of burn out and create a point where for people just want zero opinion journalism or news or
Yeah.
information?
Yeah, absolutely. It causes burnout, and we've been seeing it. I think particularly in this past year and a half, when we've been dealing with the pandemic, people have just. I think a lot of people have just had it. I'll tell you, I have a cousin who is pretty middle of the road in the Midwest in Illinois, who sort of messaged me in the beginning of the pandemic and said, I can't take this anymore. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to do. Who do you suggest I look to for news? And so I gave my opinion on places that I think do really good journalism. And I gave him some options. And I also told him, look at this website, mediabiasfactchecker.com. They're going to, that's what they do. They'll tell you, are they fact checking? Are they promoting conspiracy theories and so on for all the different news organizations that there are? And so that's something that I think an audience needs to take upon themselves, is ask a trusted journalist. I'm a trusted journalist to my cousin. So he asked me, and I gave him my opinion on that. These are people who, these are journalists who are vetted, who know how to vet information, who know how to vet people that they're interviewing, and that is critical to understanding and getting the right information on a variety of topics.